Do you know you're in the house of God?
Yeah. Thanks for your time.
Are we back in the penal times? Are we back in the penal times when Mass was banned? When we had to go to Mass rocks? What's your name, Garda? What's your name, Garda? What's your name, Garda? Huh?
I'll tell you my name outside and I'll get your name and details as well.
Huh? You're more than welcome, son.
Yeah.
We're here practicing our faith.
Okay, well, unfortunately.
Huh?
Unfortunately,
Nobody went to the Black Pits Mosque in Dublin, did they?
sorry?
Huh? Nobody went to the Black Pits Mosque in Dublin. I says nobody. There was no guards going to the Black Pits Mosque in Dublin.
Okay, I'm a guard here in Athlone.
Yeah.
I can't go anywhere in Dublin.
Yeah.
That's where I'm with guard, okay? So, just...
Excuse me.
I've explained
Walk
to you,
into me while I'm
I've
red.
explained to you why we're doing what we're doing. You have become more vocal since you've had access to your mobile phone, and I know you're recording me. And I've no problem with that, because I'm satisfied what we have done is lawful.
This is fucking crazy.
Okay, now the next
This is
question we
fucking
have
crazy.
we have concern for you.
Huh?
Yes, Patrick.
This
wait
is
here.
crazy.
Yes.
Huh?
Yeah, Patrick, now. Just stand here now.
How
Come
many
back-
here?
come
One,
back in
two,
here.
three,
Come back in here.
four.
Patrick, either you come back in here with us,
Huh?
or you'll come with us. Right? Come back in here. Right. Now. Okay. Now, Patrick, you'll be coming with us unless you cooperate with us fully. Okay? You understand that? Okay. Now, we're going to go.
Okay, have you a pair of shoes? We're going to
Pair
get
of
you. We're
shoes.
going to get some medical assistance for yourself. Okay.
I want to get
Medical
Yes,
assistance?
yeah,
Excuse me.
absolutely. We want to get you medical assistance.
Excuse me, medical assistance
Yes.
for what?
As I said, from the investigations we have done tonight, we have concerns for your well-being also.
What investigations are they?
I will talk to you in more detail about them. We're going to go to Longford.
Am I
Jail.
under
Yes.
You are being detained under the Mental Treatment Act, yes, under Section 12 of the Mental Treatment Act for assessment.
of the what?
Section 12 of the Mental Treatment Act 2001.
Have you, Patrick, have you shoes?
Huh?
Have you shoes there? Can you put shoes on you? Okay. Look
Where are my children?
at children.
Your children, as I said, we've invoked Section 12 of the Child Care Act 1991 as amended. And the children will be going into care.
This is unreal. This is disgraceful.
That, Patrick, that's his position. Okay. Have you a pair of shoes with you, Patrick, now? Okay. Can you get shoes? And
Can I get dressed?
Yes, you can. Yes. All right. You a pair of shoes there.
5 minutes. Give them 5 minutes to them.
Okay.
No, Tushla did not take my children. There was nobody from Tushla came to my house. It was the guards that came to my house. And have you spoken to Castlereagh? What are they doing about it? You have no right. It was a malicious complaint. We'll get on to Castlereagh. I was taken to this Garda station on the 20th night. Okay?
Why not shoot anyone out of the car by then? Thank you.
I was taken to this Garda station. I want my children back. That was a malicious complaint. You had no right. Huh? Well, I don't know. I don't seem to be able to get through to you guys.
How are you doing? I'm just filming his interaction. He wants me to. What? He wants me to film his interaction here.
It is a Longford matter. I was taken to this Garda station by the inspector. He was the highest ranking Garda. I want my children back.
A medical assessment. He was doing.
Well, get on to Castlereagh. Get on together, all right. Well, he's the man in charge of Castlereagh tonight. No, you talk to him. It was a guard from this station that abducted my children. I want my children back. Huh? It was the guard from this station. It was a guard from the... I don't care. It was the guard from... I want my children back. You've no right. And now you're, huh? You can't abduct children in the middle of the night. Sorry? My children were taken by a guard from this station that brought me to this station. Okay? It was the inspector. I showed you the video. Well, get on to him. You've got a ring. There's 2 children traumatized. I was on the phone to them earlier on and they're crying their eyes out. Now I want them brought back here. You have no right to take them. It's not. It's a matter between me and the guards, okay? It's not. I'm not going down to Castlereagh. No, it's this station. It's that station. Look, I'm here now, okay? I'm asking for my children to be returned to me. You're telling me there's going to be a special sitting. I was supposed to get a phone call about a special sitting when you let me go at 6 o'clock in the morning. Yesterday morning. You told me that I was going to get a phone call about a special sitting. I've got no. The guards that brought me in. Yes, the inspector in this station. The inspector that was in this station. No, look, stop fobbing me off. You are fobbing me off. What do we not have phones anymore? Your phone's not working. Can you not read now? No, I'm talking about something very serious. I'm talking about abduction. Child abduction. And I want to make a complaint now for child abduction.
You care to elaborate on what's going on, Pat?
Huh? Child abduction based on a malicious.
Tell the people there, please, exactly what happened when you found out off your. Have you been watching the stream?
I haven't, no.
No, well, I'm up as far as what they did in your home. There's no videos went out yet. That's going out on overdwall.com, okay?
Right.
Now, I want you to tell the people from the part where you found out the reason they gave for coming in and kicking your door down and going into your home, kidnapping and stealing your 2 young boys that by court order is in your care. They broke a court order.
They woke me up at 3:30 in the morning. I woke up, 3 guards at the bottom of my bed telling me to get up. I got up, went into the kitchen, and they told me that they had received a report on information that they were worried about the safety of my children. Okay? And basically they were detaining me under the Mental Health Act.
Yeah, I've told the people that, yeah.
Yeah. And they were going to take my children into care based on information they received. They had no warrant. Apparently they don't need a warrant.
Not under the Section 12, they don't. We checked that out. Not under the Section 12, which
Right.
any member of the public can ring in with a concern for children. If they are given a Section 12, they can't come into your house without a warrant under that. But you know since then that the warrant that they used was done on malicious phone call by somebody saying, do you want to tell the people yourself?
That's correct. My ex, her solicitor, contacted Longford Garda station where I was taken to, and they told her Castlereagh was dealing with, because I live in Roscommon, and they told Castlereagh Garda station told my ex solicitor in Dublin that they received a call from a lady that was very concerned about me, claiming to be my mother.
And the big bummer about that one is, would you like to tell the people there listening?
My mother died in 1997, Lord of mercy, you know.
1997.
That's right. I actually visited her grave today.
Did you hear that, people? His mother is dead since 1997.
97.
And this malicious phone call, the Garda should call me as if we don't know where the phone call came from. The Garda kind of said, someone rang up and said they were your mother and they were concerned. And this is from the Garda Síochána that was embarrassed in a video in the church not less than a week ago. And they come and do this to this man and his children, terrorizing the life out of these children. If you do not hand back that man, that children, he's down at the Garda station now in, where is it? Longford.
In Longford.
Get into that Garda station and tell them. They
Ah,
know
but just
damn
after going
well.
home, they don't-
Yeah, he's in
They're
Longford
just
there
after
now.
waving at me there. Yeah.
They know now
They're
since
just
last
after
night
waving.
that was a malicious call. And you have every right for your children to be put back in your custody instead of being put into foster care. Tell the people what they did with your children.
They dragged them out of the house. They dragged them out of the house. My eldest lad, they chased my eldest lad round the garden for about 15, 20 minutes. They left in their pajamas.
Jesus Christ. Oh. Pat, when they eventually got your children into the police car screaming, what did they do to you then?
Sorry?
When they eventually got your children into the police car, I'm sorry, I'm getting upset as well. Well, when they eventually got your children into the police car, screaming.
They took me away. They took me to Longford Garda station. And, well, they let me keep my phone and, you know, they let me stay outside and have a smoke. And I think I waited
because they wanted you to put that video out.
Yeah. I waited about an hour and a half, and the doctor came. The doctor came in, and he says to me, he says, are you on any medication? I told him, yeah, I take tablets for cholesterol and acid reflux. What did he say next to me? He says, oh yeah, he says, how are you feeling this evening? I turned around to the doctor. I says, how do you think I'm fucking feeling? I'm after being woken up at 3:30 in the morning, and my children have been taken away. And then he says to me, he says, do you drink? I says, yes, I do like a drink. He says, when did you last have a drink? I says, it was probably 4 or 5 days ago. And then he asked me, he says, do you know how you're going to get home? I says, well, I'm hoping one of these guards here is going to drop me home.
Was there any charges on you?
No.
Nothing at all?
No, they gave me no paperwork, nothing.
So when they found out, they just left you outside smoking and that was it? The doctor spoke to you and that was it? And they took your kids and they told you you weren't getting them back?
Oh, no, well, in fairness, they dropped me back.
No, don't give any fairness to them whatsoever. No fairness to them. They deserve no praise for any reason in this whole scenario. 2 children's lives was turned upside down to get back at you for making an absolute show of them what they deserved in that Catholic church. Well, Pat, what I want to know is, when they said they would take you back home and you asked where your children was, what did they say to you?
Oh, they won't tell me. They told me they're in care. Apparently they're in foster care.
And they wouldn't tell you why?
Because they were concerned about me.
They were concerned about you because they got a phone call from your dead mother.
Yeah.
Oh,
so apparently the guards have a direct line to heaven now.
Yeah, a direct line to heaven. So listen to this, Pat. When they have now, and you're going in there into Longford Garda station to tell them now, yous know since yesterday yous were able to tell my ex's solicitor that there was a call made by his mother concerned about his mental health. And when they informed them that your mother is dead since 1979, they then found out it was a malicious call and still haven't returned your children to you.
No. I went into the guards in Castlereagh. I told them all this. I have it on video. The guard knew I was recording him. And his attitude was, oh, we'll come back at 7 o'clock. Like, I'm not dealing with that. I'm not dealing with it. I said, can you not go and get the file?
They couldn't just get onto a computer.
No.
Oh my God. Pat, you are going into that Garda station now in Longford. And they keep saying they don't know who it was in charge of the case. Now you have his face on that recording that I'm going to be putting up on over the wall now as soon as we're finished talking.
Right.
Pat, you have his video. You go in there to that Garda station now and you tell them, you now know that it was a malicious call, that unless you have a direct line to heaven to my mother, you now know since yesterday it was a malicious call because my ex-solicitor told you that my mother is dead and that call could not have been made. We all know damn well where the call was never made. Now you demand and tell them you want the recording of that call, which we know will never solve it. But Paul, you need to tell them. You need to tell them it was a malicious call, and you know it's a malicious call, and you want your children delivered there to that Garda station now, Pat. You want your children delivered to that Garda station.
Mom,
go in, Pat. Go in. I'll stay online. Go in, Pat.
There's a few people arriving here already.
Can anyone there in the area of Longford please go to Longford Garda station and support Pat Sweeney? His children have been kidnapped by the scumbuckets that he exposed in the church, putting elderly people out of the church having mass. Can you please get to that Garda station and support Pat Sweeney? Get his children back after being kidnapped and abducted in the middle of the night coming into Saturday morning. Please go there and support him now. Go into the Garda station now while we're online, Pat, and tell them that your children, you now know that it was a malicious call. Where is my children? Keep your phone on, Pat.
Yep. Are you coming?
Go now. Get the people to go in with you.
Yeah, they're coming with me.
Walk in. Walk in. Are you okay?
Yeah.
As well as can be expected anyways. How dare they? How dare they put two little boys? Pat, you've just told me that you had a little chat with your two boys. Tusla had your children.
That's right, yeah.
Now, Pat, you told me that they told you there was a court hearing this morning, which was lies. Then they told you that Tusla was having a special hearing tonight at 8 p.m, which again, you told me was lies. It was never happening, was it?
No.
There was no court hearing.
The guards told me when they let me go at 6 o'clock in the morning, they says, oh no, these things have to be dealt with. There'll be you'll be getting a phone call about special sitting, and says these things have to be dealt with within 48 hours.
Within 48 hours. They are disobeying a judge's orders in a high court where your children was left with you in your custody. They are disobeying that court order, especially when they found out that it was a malicious call. Your children should have been returned to you yesterday when they found that out from your ex-solicitor. I've been talking to a legal person, and this is what I've been advised to tell you. They should have been returned to you when they found out it was a malicious call, and the doctor deemed that there was nothing wrong with you.
Exactly.
Are you near the Garda station?
We're just coming up to it here now.
Stay online with me. There's a lot of people in the room now watching. Can you hear me okay, Pat, yeah?
Yeah, I can hear you perfect.
Thanks to my 40 friend here. So people looking in, this is what they're doing to this man because he exposed what they were doing in the Catholic Church last weekend. On Easter, no, it wasn't Easter Sunday. On last weekend. Last Sunday, wasn't it, Pat, when you were in church?
What's that? That's it.
The voice is gone, Pat.
Pat, can you still hear me?
Hold the phone up to you. Let them
Yeah.
know that you're recording. Pat, let them know that you're recording.
I will, yeah.
How dare they kidnap those children? Ran around the garden after them in the middle of the night in their pajamas. Dragged them into a police car, screaming for their father.
How you doing, Garda? I'm
Screaming with no
recording
one
the
to know.
conversation here. My name is... Sorry? No, I'm not turning my phone off. I'd like to know where my children are. My name is Pat Sweeney. My children were abducted 2 nights ago. Well, I'll turn it away from you then. Huh? I'd like to know where my children are. I'd like my children returned to me. The inspector of this station,
Yes.
right, abducted my children based on a malicious complaint
Right.
that a concerned lady called you guys and said that you were worried about my mental about.
Who was a concerned lady for a start?
Well, apparently she was my mother. She claimed to be my mother.
Your mother.
Right.
Okay.
Now my mother died in 1997.
Right.
So unless you guys have a direct line to heaven.
And when did this happen?
Huh? This happened Friday night, Saturday morning. Was it? What day is today? Sunday.
And where were you?
Huh?
Where were you at the time?
I was in my house.
Okay.
In bed.
In bed.
Okay.
I woke up with 3 guards at the bottom of my bed.
Yes.
Asked me to get up.
Okay.
You detained me under the... I was detained under the Mental Health Act until I saw a doctor, and the doctor confirmed that I wasn't mad.
Okay.
Okay?
Yes.
And then my children were taken into care.
Okay.
Okay? There was 2 guards chasing my son round the garden for 15, 20 minutes.